Following Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence rematch falling through, Crawford has now confronted Jaron Ennis and demanded that they fight next. According to Dan Raphael, the match between Terence and Errol is supposedly cancelled, and Michael Benson posted, "The Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence rematch reportedly now looks like it is not going to happen. It's claimed this is due to a variety of reasons, including the fact that Spence recently had cataract surgery. With the rematch with Errol Spence getting put on the back burner, Antonio Tarver really believes that Terence should face Jaron Ennis instead, and he stated, "The only reason Ennis has to take a back seat is to the rematch of Spence and Crawford. If that rematch doesn't happen and Crawford still campaigns as the champ, he has to face Ennis. Asim Rahman really believes that Jaron has a few obstacles to overcome before he's ready to call for a fight with Terence though, and he stated, "What I do think about Terence Crawford is this. Let's say that Jaron Ennis tears up the welterweight division. If Ennis beats some people in the welterweight division, top guys unify and beat some tough guys where everybody feels like he's the man. Then he goes up to 154 and beats a top guy at 154. I definitely think Terence will fight him once he's there and the public demands it. I think right now the risk-reward isn't there for Terence. I don't think he'll get the credit he deserves. That's why he's looking at Canelo. He wants bigger challenges. Now, in the next year or two, Ennis catapults himself to that household name and that guy for money and credibility. I think Terence will fight him." Meanwhile, Roy Jones Jr. already believes that Jaron has enough in the tank to be a real problem for someone like Terence Crawford. Roy stated, "We haven't seen Boots Ennis against a guy who's tested his chin. That's the only thing we don't know about him yet. We don't know if he can take a real punch yet, but as far as the skills go, he got everything. That can be a very difficult fight because he has everything. When a guy is as talented and has the skill level that Boots has, anything can happen, but don't get me wrong, Bud has that skill level too. It's a great fight." According to Coach Rell, he believes that Terence has other options on moving up instead.
I mean, Terence Crawford should move up 54, fight somebody here. I talked to Terence Crawford. He said him and Jaron on two different paths. Jaron, he's running the game right now, about to be out. He said he got about 2 or 3 more fights, and then he's gonna leave it to that young lion. Errol Spence at a point where he's ready to fight people on his level that know what they want, know what they doing. He could time they're throwing, you know what I'm saying, things like that. He don't know what Jaron gonna be doing. He don't know where that shit coming from. He don't know how bad it's coming. Let that young lion go ahead and do him after I finish it.
At this point, Rob Acosta really doesn't think that Terence has very many options out there for an opponent though, and he stated, "I want to hear some stupid opinions from fans, but not to be comical. The walks are closing in on Terence Crawford. What can you do? Vacate and go to 154 and fight a different fight. Or if you really want to go for legacy, serious legacy, if we're really going to talk about some number stuff, this is what I would say. Either go up to 154 and grab a title of who's available at the moment, or fight Boots for the IBF. If you beat Boots, then you become a 2-time undisputed champion in the same weight division, which is a good legacy to have, a good stamp to have on your resume." Gabe Rosado looked at Terence's plans on moving up to face Canelo Alvarez, but he admitted that he'd rather see Terence fight Jaron. Gabe stated, "I would rather see Terence and Boots because I'm not really interested in Crawford-Canelo because that's likely 2 different paths. Canelo is in a higher weight class and that's his legacy. Terence did his thing. I feel like if Canelo beats him at that weight, 168, then they're going to say that he was too small. It's more of a win-win for Crawford. It's nothing in it for Canelo. Boots earned his spot because he beat the guys he was supposed to beat. Ennis and Crawford are in the same weight class. This is a young man's sport." Brian Norman Jr. has been in the ring with both fighters while sparring, and he thought that he would have to put his money on Jaron, even though he sees the fight being as even as possible.
I'm going to have to say 50-50 because they are very similar, like you said.
You know they 50-50, but of course, that's my man. That's my man, so we going to have to say you know, if you gonna make a bet, I'm gonna goddamn say Boots. You know what I'm saying? If you make me make a bet.
I can't say that 50-50 fight, but if you put money on it,
right? You make me put money on, man. I say Boots.
Yeah, this
hit a young bull,
right? Hit a young one. So a lot of similarities. He a lot younger. You get what I'm saying?
He's a lot younger, so we got to say Boots. If you really want to press it, you know, if you somebody had to press me, be like, nah, motherfucker, make a decision. I'm gonna see Boots, motherfucker. No question, Boots. Yeah, but on a realistic note, I'm gonna say 50-50. I don't think that's an easy fight no more.
Not at all.
I don't think it's easy fight.
I never thought it'd be easy though. I can't say that.
I thought it would be easy. I don't think it's easy fight.
Tim Bradley really doesn't think that Jaron is ready for someone like Terence, though, and he thinks that he's stepping out of his league now. Tim stated, "You kidding me right now? I respect Ennis. Listen, I respect Ennis. I love his pops. His pops is cool. His whole crew is tight. But who the hell has Boots fought? You can be riding that wave. You've been getting these knockouts of all these other different guys, but you've never been in the ring with an animal like Crawford. And when you get in there, you get hit upside your head, and you see you can't do the stuff that you usually do against the guys that you fought at the lower level. Bro, I would hate for him to get into that type of fight with Crawford. I would hate for him to get in this fight and look average. He needs to be tested with guys like that before I say, oh yeah, he's ready for Crawford. He makes a lot of mistakes, shows a lot of inexperience rushing in there and trying to go for the kill, leaving himself wide open, leaving himself exposed. And there's a lot of things that come along with that. Greg Hackett really doesn't think that Terence wants to mess with Jaron though, and he thinks that Crawford is trying to find any other options.
You could say it, man. They hyped up Michael Jordan, they hyped up Kobe Bryant, but they was the real thing. They hyped up Roy Jones, real thing. They hyped up Floyd, real thing. They hyped up Sugar Ray Leonard, real thing. They hyped up Ali, real thing. Boots Ennis is the real thing. Not because he from Philly, not because he do flashy shit in the ring. We talking about all-American workhorse, man. We talking about a motherfucker who get in there and give it his all, and there's so many elements to Boots. I think Terence Crawford don't want to fight because it's too much I'ma have to do to fuck around with him, and I ain't getting paid for it. That's what I just simply think it is. I think Terence Crawford would fight him if the guarantee was there that I'm gonna make this certain type of money. But if I ain't making that kind of money, I ain't fucking with that young boy because it's too much I gotta do. It's too much I gotta tap into to go fuck.
After hearing Terence call Jaron an email champ, Stephen Edwards came to Jaron's defense and he stated Ennis was long overdue for a title shot, and they should have been forced a title shot for Ennis because he was the IBF 147-pound mandatory for a minute. He's obviously the best contender at 147, and he's the most deserving of a title shot. I don't think it was justifiably done to Terence Crawford because he just won the IBF belt. He's getting scrutiny for being an email champion, but I'm not one of those people who say that belts don't matter. What are you supposed to do if you become a mandatory and you don't get a title shot, and you wait over a year for your title shot and the fighter gets stripped and you get the belt? No one has given me a good explanation on what Boots was supposed to do. As for Terence, he feels as though he should be able to fight whoever he wants whenever he wants, and he stated, listen, right now in my career, a lot of people like Boots this, Boots that, Boots this. You know, fighting Boots is a lose-lose situation. You know, I win, they're gonna say, oh, well, he was young, he wasn't ready. You know, he was talented, he was skillful, but you got the experience over him. You got, you know, so much more than this kid that was never tested before. You know, because we always see him win with flying colors in an impressive way. You know, to where we say, oh man, he's cold, he's skillful, but he's never been in the ring with nobody to test him. Me fighting Boots would be like, okay, well, you beat Boots. It's not a mega fight. It's gonna sell a little bit because of my name, what you just accomplished, but now what? I'm looking for big challenges. You know, I'm trying to go up in weight and fight Charlo. You know, cause that's something that's history in the making. There's a lot at stake. You know, there's nothing really at stake with fighting Boots. You know, I'm at the tail end of my career. I'm trying to make things make sense. Terence and Jaron have had plenty of back and forth though, and neither of them seems too impressed with each other.
What we know?
I know everything.
I don't know nothing. I'm trying to find out what I know. Enlighten me.
What you mean enlighten me? You for Devin East and you could for me.
You jumped up out of my sanction body to go fight in the IBF. So what I know?
What you mean?
What you mean? What I mean? Would you rank that in the WBA or not?
Yo, it don't even matter. Yo,
all right, catch up, little homie. Catch up then. If it don't matter, catch up.
Yo, he picked Evan.
Catch up.
Evan was way under.
You just said it don't matter. Catch up. I'm talking about before that.
He not about it. We already know he not about what he's talking about.
I'm not about what? I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
You said I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
Man, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Fight. Right, go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams, man.
Don't fight. Yo, we asked for that fight plenty of times, yo.
When?
Plenty of times.
What's plenty? When?
Man,
you front. You front.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.